All right, well, peace. We want to come back with a quick video. I mean, you could put this in the quick thoughts. This quick little video, man, because like shout out to brother Semi Firstborn too. This is part of, just trying to spiritually like maturity, things of that nature. Like you realize, man, like things in life, like what in the word or out the word, man. Things are according to like power dynamics, man. Because you know what, and that's what it is. Because I was reading last Sunday, I was reading Second Ezra 15, and I want to go into this, man, because like things are according to power dynamics, man, in life, man, too. Like of course, nationality and like they call like race nowadays plays a factor, of course, but things are more of this. Listen, against like power, like because this too. I was like I always say, man, whenever there's um you know um a shift of power, people aren't like, and the party involved in power isn't just going to give it up. That's just not how it works, man. So people aren't going to divest their power unto you, man. That's just not the thing. Now, even if the Most High, well, that's a little different, I would say. I was gonna say that the Most High house shot, but that's a little different. But well, even that, because he said, listen, he shares his glory with no one. But that's a little different. But I'm just saying, just naturally, as far as power dynamics and man, and kings and rulership, man, that's just not the case, man. That's not how it's going to be, man. Because let's just grab this too, man. Because you know, um, yeah, actually, that does tie into what I talked about in the last video. But there will be great political turmoil with one group overpowering another and gain control, while there will no longer be free access to cities. So yeah, it's going to that second address thing of cities will be passed, like sightseeing, touring, and going to different cities. But that's neither here nor there. But notice how it says over like different power, like dynamics, man. Because you know what it is too. Like the brother Assembly Firstborn even said, like he said, well, like, cause now we kind of just talked about this the last video when I mentioned the whole like things of nature with gangs and like different street crews and things that cliques, things that nature of gangs in the streets, or so shoot even like shoot even with other nationalities and nations like with the mafias or like mobs and whatever. But I'm saying this for our people, man, because a lot of times too, like especially in like in the hoods, things of that nature. When you see like the brother Semi First one what really stated, like perfectly stated, man. When you see like even beyond us, like because not just fine, of course, us like brothers like Jake's out here, we killing each other, like with different blocks, different hoods, different sections, or different gangs, or rivaling or beefing with each other or things of that nature. That's just worldly at its core too. It's a dynamic of power, pretty much, man. That's what it is too. It's just like it's more just when you see that, it's more just about a power thing, man, too. So that's why the show is actually called Power, man. But I just want to say that to say too, and also too, like the brother Semi Firstborn said, I was actually talking about this my brother, man, because a lot of times women, like like the brother even said, well, one of the brothers in Discord app even said it perfectly, man. Even with all this stuff, with all this mother goddess worship, like feminist propaganda over the last couple of years, we really could say like, but all that's too prophecy pursuant to Jeremiah 31, but also too like that started in the 70s, pretty much even to now, but it's been heightened more in the last 10 years. I would say more now, but um like the one of the brothers perfectly said, listen, even women, like they still listen to men regardless, because different men are still pushing these ideologies out there pretty much. Because most of the time, that's why you see all these commercials now. Because that's why I see more of these commercials out now. Like say if it's like construction work or to get like electrician or different technicians, things of that nature. They'll or like different commercials. They'll have like women like in the commercial on the picture of it on the on the billboard of it. What's that subconsciously doing is that to push that propaganda, like the whole "we can do it" thing, or the whole feminist type of thing, and because honestly, the average like because there's one like there's maybe very few like I would say not few, but there's like on the general tip there's a few, but but on that naturally, man, there's more men are we know like more men are in those fields, but when they put there in the commercials and different like on flyers and posters for different like late like different what should I say what's the word I'm looking for different trade skills, different like like technicians, electricians, things of that nature, you know, is agenda driven pretty much per se. Or like even most of the commercials and TV you see now, like they have like they try when they have like push these different ideologies, and like they have like a woman usually in a natural man's role, like or I remember years ago, man, like they said it was some dumb tweet or some of that nature. Like it was like a dumb. It was kind of like just a fake study, pretty much just for propaganda. They said more women watch the NFL, watch sports than men, and we know that's not the case. But but my point is that honestly, what women have to understand too, like things according to power. Like if you like for order, if you want the same power, like that you want from men, you have to take it from men. And to take the power, that means war has to happen. And the woman that in war, like the brother sent me first one said one time, war is that's not in them. No, women just don't think that way. Like, no, okay, wait, we might have to go to war. They think that's why it's even Revelation, like when they said the man can't buy or sell, like what, like of course, even when talking about like men and women, but honestly, man, that's really the modus operandi for most women in general sense. Like they can buy or sell, go shopping, things of that nature. They'll be fine. So that's not in their natures, and it's not for a gender war like conversation. Just understand just the general nature of the different of both male and female. Just knowing each other's nature, and that's it. And one the godly role. That's what it is. But yeah, man. But my point is being that listen, things are just according to power dynamics, man. That's just it, man. So, honestly, man, because a lot of times, even this past census, the what you call them, the election thing, right? Because you know what it is too, that people want more. One people just don't like Trump because like people don't like Trump because like what he represents. This is archetype, not only because like he's a Edomite, he's a so-called Caucasian, like but he represents that like unadulterated just masculine authority, like that masculine and that people just don't like. Like he's that old school apologetic, just masculine authority, and also too like this he's akin to power, things of that nature, man. And honestly too, like Trump is the type this is just from afar. Like he'll just do anything for like he's like I would say from Pocahontas. He reminds me of the Professor Ratcliffe type. He's just like listen, I only care about like listen, I would trade on my own people just to get to power, get to money, get wealthy, man. I'll do to my own people, to my own kinsmen, so that'll be cold to them too. This is not like he's just like this a racist thing too. I mean, if he is, I don't know. He probably is. I don't know. I don't know, man. That wouldn't shock me, of course. But I'm saying this is more power with him, man. Like honestly, man, and that's like I even said. That's why a lot of our people don't even like a Floyd Mayweather, for example. Like the Brother Chronicles of Judah even said, like a lot of times he's his prime mover. He thinks with a ruling class mentality. He thinks like according to power, man. He like a lot of times because you know what it is too. It's I might touch on this in another video maybe one time too. Like listen, like the old Richard Pryor movie. Jake here, the so-called black man here, is viewed as a toy, man. So like a lot of times when you're the prime mover in your life, then when you take power of it, one, you empower the Most High in your house. I mean, that's to get out more. Because I'm talking about power now in a man's, as far as just in your life, or amongst men per se, in a natural sense. But of course, like we talked about the other day about how having power with the Most High in your house. I mean, how Yahushua had that power with his father when he was on the stake, man. Like he chose to have power. He could even called on the power like Eli, Eli, and rather than coming down to prove to have power amongst men, even though he had both. But that's neither here nor there. But a lot of times too, like when we like when Jake, so-called black man takes the ownership or power over his life, man, that's what a lot of times different fractions, even amongst his own people, like not only just other nations, different fractions in his life, even his own immediate circle, like deems him public enemy number one, man. And that's what the whole LeBron thing was about. Like back, and even later on, KD, man. That's what that happened, man. That decision, man. When you take that, a lot of times, like because a lot of times too, like like I just said, Jake, so-called black man is just used as like as a toy, or like even in the movies, the magical Negro. Even though he has problems of his own, things of his own, he's just here to assist, like everybody else, man, not even worry about himself. So, but you know, that's is what it is. But also too, man, like, like the bro Chronicles Judah said, like he's looked as a proverbial guard dog, things of that nature. But not to push a victim mentality. I'm saying this is the reality, but things are just according to power, man. Because I know I could be, I'm trying to work on being loquacious, not going digressing, man. But that's just is what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.